to do is hand wash my clothes to make sure they are not being damaged. So if I'm hand washing a cashmere sweater, which is one of the things you definitely should hand wash, or a wool sweater, you're going to use a small amount of liquid cleaning solution. I like using the Laundress. It's all natural. It's developed specifically for wool and cashmere. And on the back, it has all the directions on how much to use. But I usually use the smallest amount, depending on, if something smells or if it's got a stain on it, I'll increase a little bit. So you're gonna put your solution into a bucket, make sure it's absolutely clean. You're gonna make sure, almost like a bubble bath, you're gonna, froth it around, make sure it's all mixed in, and then you're going to put in your garment. Remember that hot water shrinks natural fibers, so you wanna make sure if you're using cotton or sometimes rayon, wool, cashmere, anything that's a natural fiber and not synthetic, you don't wanna apply heat unless you really want it to shrink. And if you're using synthetics, sometimes you have to use pretty hot water to make sure you're getting the stains out. Once you've put your cashmere wool sweater into your cleaning solution, you're going to move it around underwater. You wanna move it around because you wanna make sure the soap isn't dissolving on top of the cashmere so that it can damage it. Depending on how soiled the item is, you either leave it to soak for a little while or you take it right out. If you leave it to soak, I would probably leave it for at least 4 hours. And then what you're gonna do is dump out all of the water. You're gonna take out your sweater and you're going to fill your water basin with clean water. So you should be seeing some sort of debris or dirt in the water, which means that you've really kind of like soaked it out. So you're going to fill the bucket with clean water, then you're gonna put your sweater that still has some soap on it back in, and you're going to rinse the sweater in the warm water. Then a really important part is you don't ever wanna wring out your wool or cashmere. You could stretch it, you could damage it. It's wet, it's very vulnerable when it's wet, so you wanna make sure you are not doing that. So one thing you can do is place it on a clean towel and roll it in the towel and then smush the towel down. So the towel is going to absorb all of the water out of your sweater, and then when you unroll it, it shouldn't be dripping anymore. Then a very important part of this is if you have a drying rack, which comes with most washing and drying machines, you wanna lay your sweater in the position that your sweater should be when you wear it while it dries, because most natural fibers, if you apply heat, if you apply water, any way you position it to dry, it's going to stay in that position. So you wanna make very sure that you're laying your sweater in the right orientation to where when it dries, it looks like it did when you bought it.